An infinite money glitch recently revealed itself in the AI world, as a handful of the most valuable companies in the world began essentially trading the same dollars with each other, and all saw their share prices skyrocket as a result. OpenAI was paying Oracle for compute power, Oracle was paying Nvidia for countless amounts of GPUs, and Nvidia and OpenAI entered into a partnership to further develop OpenAI's AI infrastructure.
Is this allowed? What the fuck? Is that allowed?
And well, now AMD is getting in on the action. How exactly they'll fit in is yet to be revealed, but hey, at least they're being included, right? My name is Jack, and thank you for watching Peak Productions, the #1 place to stay up to date on all things business, finance, and technology. AMD and OpenAI announced that they had agreed on a partnership in which OpenAI will use AMD chips to consume 6 gigawatts to power their data centers. As part of the deal, OpenAI will receive a warrant for up to 160 million shares of AMD stock, which translates to them being able to own roughly 10% of the company. AMD's share price jumped over 23% after this partnership was announced, putting it up over 75% this year as of the date of recording. According to Matt Levine of Bloomberg, the way the deal went down is straight out of a movie. OpenAI starts by saying, "We'd like 6 gigawatts worth of your chip's power." AMD responds saying, "Terrific, coming right up. That will be $78 billion. How would you like to pay?" "Well, we were thinking that we would announce the deal and that would add $78 billion of value to your company, which should cover it." No, I'm pretty sure you have to pay for the chips. Why? I don't know, it just seems wrong not to. Okay. Why don't we pay you cash for the value of the chips and you give us back stock? And when we announce the deal, the stock will go up and we'll get our $78 billion back. Yeah, I guess that works, although I feel like we should get some of the value. Okay, you can have half. You give us stock worth like $35 billion and you keep the rest. And the rest is history. A short time later, AMD and OpenAI announced their partnership, and AMD adds over $50 billion in market cap.
Hey, there's a bubble, trust me.
Just like I talked about in my other video about this topic before AMD got involved, these companies seem like they're playing with fake money and are just seeing how ridiculous the market can get. It would be a lot funnier if it wasn't so obvious that it was just creating a massive bubble that is waiting to burst. The deal between AMD and OpenAI is extremely beneficial for both companies. AMD becomes a core strategic partner to OpenAI, as this agreement marks one of the largest GPU deployment agreements ever in the AI industry, and in turn, OpenAI also gains another powerhouse partner, and their reliance on a single vendor is reduced. OpenAI has notoriously been relying heavily on Nvidia for GPUs and AI infrastructure, as was evident by the announcement in late September of a $100 billion strategic partnership between the two companies. So, the introduction of AMD into the equation will most certainly ease pressure on the AI supply chain. This video I found on Twitter shows exactly how ridiculous the recent deals between AMD, OpenAI, and Nvidia are.
And speaking of money, how about the $20 you owe me?
Oh, yeah? Well, I only got 10, so here's 10 and I owe you 10.
Thanks.
Hey, Mo, you owe me 20.
Well, here's 10 and I'll owe you 10.
You owe me 20.
Here's 10, I owe you 10.
Here's the 10 I owe you.
Here's the 10 I owe you.
Here's the 10 I owe you.
Good, now we're all even.
Like I said earlier in the video, these companies are all basically trading the same dollars, which has created a tightly wound circular economy that is primed to burst at the slightest sign of weakness. When exactly the bubble will burst is the million-dollar question. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all things business, finance, and technology.